Got the episode of Five Hard going down. Five Hard, 5 days of Christmas week. Monday was Die Hard review in the Five Hard series. Last night I did a late one of Die Hard 2, Die Harder. And then today, on Christmas Day, we are going to review Die Hard with a Vengeance. So here we go. Okay, but first we're going to start up some fries. Oh. So we're going to have a Christmas dinner of French fries, steak fries, and a double burger with cheese, with toasted bread. So, yeah. Get these ready for the grill. The weather's cooperating today. And gonna get our grilly on. All right, Merry Christmas. Get that out of the way. Put the spray down. Lay down the spray down. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, da da da. Oh, you already did the dance, yeah. Already did the dance during the breakfast, so. Alright, get that French here. We got the French fried potatoes. Golden steak fries by Ida. Good. I think we're going to use this all up because me and my dog didn't have lunch, my Shih Tzu Bella. So we are going to have a hearty appetite. So we're going to finish up this bag of Ida oven bake. It said 450, but I'm going to go ahead and lower it down to 350 because we want some time to. And then it takes 18 to 20 minutes anyway, so we'll do a slow cook on this one. And I talked a little bit about Die Hard with the Vengeance earlier. I was talking about the context in which Die Hard with the Vengeance was coming out. So in the first Die Hard, which was based off the Roderick Thorpe novel, the concept was industrial terrorist takeover of the NACA, and also kind of a 1980s update, a modernized update of international business globalization, synergy between different countries and corporate work. So that was the modern update of the Roderick Thorpe novel from 1979. Go ahead and put a light on here. Elena! Interrupted in the video. Okay. No, we're not eating right now. No. I'm gonna sit around and bark the whole time. All right, and beg me for food. You're gonna get food eventually on my time. My mom spoiled this dog, so now she doesn't. Now she demands human food all the time. If you're hungry, eat your puppy chow. So it's hard to retrain her. In the first Die Hard movie, it was terrorists who were just interested in money. So they weren't really terrorists, but they had a terrorist. They took hostages like terrorists. But they weren't really interested in terrorism. They're interested in just getting the money and leaving off to the islands to a non-extradition country or whatever. So they were just bank robbers, essentially, heisters. Okay, so we got the two big burgers here. that we're going to grill. Okay. So Die Hard 1's in 1988. And Die Hard 2, Die Harder is in 1990. And that involves terrorists defecting a general from South America and an army soldier and then a colonel defect from the U.S. military to free this political prisoner of the United States. And they take over Dulles, Washington, D.C. airport on Christmas Eve. And John McClane is there to save the day. Based off the novel 58 Minutes by Walter Wager. And so... yeah. And Die Hard 2, Die Harder combines elements of the Die Hard franchise and the Walter Wager 58 Minutes novel about a terrorist takeover of a major airport where the terrorists hold the planes hostage. Imagine that in 1990. Or, well, the novel came out in 1987, so. And then Die Hard came out in 1988. Yeah. Imagine terrorists in 1990 hijacking planes. I never heard of such a thing. Until September 11th, 2001, of course. And everybody considered it, and not just a novel, a thriller, an action thriller plot line, but something that could actually happen. You think terrorists read spy novels and stuff like that? Do you think they read thriller novels? Do you think terrorists like Osama bin Laden, do you think they read Tom Clancy and do you think third world dictators and evil dictators, do you think they read American literature? They probably do. And they probably watch American entertainment too. So, just saying. The Hunt for Red October, Clear and Present Danger, etc., etc. James Bond, Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible. Yeah, they probably watch that stuff. They probably read that stuff. Yeah, maybe. Are terrorists just bored looking for new ideas to terrorize? Yeah, I don't know. Do terrorists watch True Lies and Under Siege franchise? The Expendables, etc. All the action, adventure, Fast and Furious. Yeah, Frenchie lady. Go lay down. Or eat your puppy chop. You're hungry. Baby boo. So, as I was saying when I was talking about earlier at breakfast, Die Hard with a Vengeance, it mixes, it's the first Die Hard in the franchise that does not rely on novels. Do 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 do. That was a happy tune on there, huh? When the oven's ready. Do 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 do. You know, instead of little beats, don't you think stoves and microwaves should have speakers? They should have full-on music like an orchestra. when your oven's ready or your food is done or your timers on your microwave is complete. Yeah, it should be like a full orchestra. No, even better yet, it should be an orchestra that's like a hologram. People dancing and playing and singing. So the early 1990s were a very different time, especially by the mid 90s, 1995. A lot of bad things that went down in America. Fights with the federal government, Randy Weaver, Ruby Ridge, David Koresh, horror when the ATF burned down the Branch Davidian compound, killing men, women, and children, and their cult leader, David Koresh. And so a lot of horrible incidents had transpired between citizens, organized groups, and the federal government. So, and it culminated, kind of climaxed, with the Terry Nichols, Timothy McVeigh, Oklahoma City bombing in 1995. And so, plus the Unabomber is still loose. He would have killed somebody on United Airlines. That's why he's called the Unabomber by the FBI, because he blows up planes, or I mean, he targets airlines, technology, and people involved with technology. So he bombs people that he feels are responsible for mankind's enslavement by technology. The Unabomber's manifesto had just inspired the trust fund baby Luigi Mangione to assassinate in the back in New York a CEO of United Healthcare, a married man and father of 2 children. So the Unabomber's manifesto lives on today for those. Some people, they read it and they say, well, you got an interesting point about technological enslavement. And then other people read it and they go, oh yeah, this is gospel. I need to act. So unfortunately, with the Unabomber manifesto is not banned from the internet or banned from the world, but you have to put on your critical thinking helmets when you read it. You can't really just be a young person and read it. I read it first when I was 19 in the early days of the internet because it was released after the Oklahoma City bombing. When Ted Kaczynski was about his lack of notoriety. Thankfully, he wasn't at first a skilled bomb maker because he could have killed 100, 200 people on the old flight in the 1980s. So, but he was still out there by the time Die Hard with a Vengeance came out. So the new bad guy uses bombs or threats of detonating bombs in 1995 in the Die Hard with a Vengeance. So I don't know if it's inspired by the events of Oklahoma City or Waco, Texas, or the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. He wasn't known then. He was just called they just call him the Unabomber. United Airlines and University Bomber. So they call him the University and Airline Bomber, the Unabomber, as he was known before his real name was thankfully revealed. Before he probably might have targeted, more people involved with technology and more planes, if he had kept on living, but thankfully he did not. He was caught. But it is unfortunate that his Industrial Society and its Future manifesto is still, for the weak-minded, influencing terrorists and killers today. So. So, Die Hard with a Vengeance, the scriptwriters put in bombs for the terrorists that take over New York. This time, instead of Dulles National Airport or Nakatomi Corporation Plaza building in LA, Got the hamburger flipper. So this time, a group of terrorists are taking over New York, specifically Wall Street. The first movie about before Bane and The Dark Knight Rises and the Occupy Wall Street movement. One of the first movies where the bad guys, the terrorists, they take over Wall Street. They take on the masters of the universe. And the center of economic power in the United States of America has traditionally been in New York City, New York, the stock exchange, and the banks, and the gold, and the riches there. So, a place of wonder and dreams and fortunes, and also a place of hatred and dread and unrest and protest. And so, my Wall Street analyst buddy, the first thing he said, I joked with him after the 2008 financial crisis. I told him, hey, I joined Occupy Wall Street. And he goes, really? Because he thought I did. And I was like, no, dude, I'm just joking. And he goes, oh. He thought that I joined Occupy Wall Street protests after the 2008 subprime mortgage Great Recession of 2008. 2007 to 2009, I guess. But kind of the shit hit the fan in 2008, though. Right. Yeah, so Die Hard with a Vengeance wasn't based off a novel. And so it was the writer's first time, the studio's first time to be free of old novels or newer novels. But it was the writers and producers' first time to make a Die Hard that's really, really just unconventional. So what did they decide to do? Stay within conventions, to be safe, to make money. So they decided to go and to make the bad guy of Die Hard with a Vengeance in the trilogy to be Simon Gruber, Hans Gruber's brother, who perpetrates the heist in the first film and falls to his death by John McClane. So Die Hard with a Vengeance is about vengeance, but it's not good like The Wrath of Khan. It's not vengeance like The Limey. It's not a great movie about vengeance. It's cheesy, right? Yeah. But on the bright side, the actor who plays Simon Gruber, Hans Alan Rickman's brother, in the fictional Die Hard franchise, he plays a game of Simon Says, like the old game, and he wants to punish John McClane for the killing of his brother, and wants to make him suffer a long time running around defusing bombs and solving riddles, kind of like the guy Simon Says is not just like Simon Says, but he's also like the Riddler from the Batman. He wants his protagonist to, it's very much like the Riddler from Batman. So, although This version of Riddler in the form of Simon Gruber is more like he wants to solve water problems and kind of like mathematical science problems besides regular poems and riddles and all that stuff. So a more mathematically and scientifically inclined mastermind of terror in this one. The Napoleon of Terror. I guess he does have shades of Moriarty in him too. Shades of Khan Noonien Singh from the Wrath of Khan, and you know, and maybe from The Princess Bride. My name is Amigo Montoya. You killed my brother. Prepare to die. Okay, so my name is Amigo Montoya. You killed my brother. Prepare to die. So he has the motivation already built in. At first, they don't reveal that Simon is Simon Gruber, Hans Gruber's brother, and that's revealed in a big, reveal like midway in the movie or something like that. Give that personal connection between between John McClane and the central antagonist in the film. Also, John McClane had sidekicks, not in the... Well, I guess Sergeant Powell was his sidekick and his wife, but they weren't... He was isolated and alone most of the time, except through just walkie-talkies and stuff like that, telephones and other forms of communication. But in the second one, he has airport police help. He has help from the military. He has help from the Dulles International Airport Police Force. He doesn't have a main sidekick per se. There's a guy who works in the tunnels. That's some hillbilly guy. He has all these different kinds of... he also has Sergeant Powell, again, sort of, back in L.A. at a desk on the computer. But this one, Zeus from Harlem, he gets Samuel Jackson as his official buddy that goes on these adventures to solve Simon's Riddler puzzles before this Riddler wants to blow up the New York City. And sometimes he does, and then sometimes there's tricks, there's bombs that are duds. And so his main mission is to fuck with John McClane, and while also bringing in dump trucks and stealing gold from Wall Street and jacking Wall Street, and then I guess going back to Europe or something on a ship or some shit like that. So anyways, back in the day when it came out, my friend was like, oh, I just really don't believe that somebody, a bunch of German terrorists could bring a bunch of armed forces into New York City, New York, and take over the Wall Street, take the gold out of Wall Street, and then just, get off without military or police. Yeah, it does seem like is it one of the most unbelievable plots of the Die Hard franchise? Yeah, it really is. Like, it's a heist and a terrorist movie at the same time. So there's a terrorist attack on New York and Wall Street, and also there's a revenge plot against John McClane. So yeah, I guess the plot is the most unbelievable that a terrorist would, or that a group of armed men would try to take over a building and get access to a vault of $600 million. Yeah, maybe. Maybe in real life. Okay. That terrorists would take over airplanes or an airport. Yeah, I mean, that's possible in real life, right? I mean, September 11th, 2001, hello. So, yeah. But German armed forces bringing dump trucks and riding them into Wall Street and taking over the stock exchange and stealing all the gold. Probably not. Hey, it's a movie though, right? Die Hard with a Vengeance. So there's a theme of race. All right. we even start up this timer? I don't think so. So let's put it on 12 minutes just to be. Well, we'll check up on it. Booyah! We're gonna get the grill fired up, Dawn. Yeah. You know what? You're such a good girl that you deserve a treat. You know what? It's Christmas time. It's a time of giving. All right. Well, would you like grilled flavored chicken? Oh, it's good till 2026. Grilled flavored chicken meal for Christmas for my dog. You want grilled flavored chicken? I know you won't say no. So I'll do Caesar, grilled flavored chicken. Maybe break it up with a little spoon or something. Okay. Or a fork. You want some chicken grilled? Okay. Ugh. Put it in a bowl or something like that. All right. Put it in a bowl so it doesn't get on. Oh. Okay. Dum, dum. There you go, babe. Okay. Have your Christmassy. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Bella Boop. You are my love moon. Of course. Yeah, enjoy. That's your Christmas dinner too. Besides puppy chow. Da, 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 da. Had a little bit of sprinkles, but not a full-on storm yet, so we're good. And we're good in the grilling department. So there's the Simon Gruber uses riddles like the Riddler and bombs to terrorize like the Unabomber or Osama bin Laden. There's another theme prevalent in the movie since it came out in 1995. It's the theme of race, specifically the theme of racial relations between black and white people. So that's embodied in the character of Zeus, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and John McClane, the white man. So the Caucasian man, if you will. So the African and the Caucasian. It's in the backdrop of not only increasing federal encroachment on citizens' rights by the U.S. federal government, but it's also in a time where race relations are very poor in the United States of America because of the Rodney King beating, LA race riots, the O.J. Simpson trial, and so forth. So I suspect that the writers picked a contemporary theme of race relations to make it hip or to make it trendy for that particular time. Now it seems kind of annoying and dated, even in the wake of the George Floyd riots of 2020 and so forth. But the Jordan Neely incident, and so on. But so Zeus and John McClane come together to save New York City and to stop the heisters and the terrorists. And Simon Gruber dies and does not get his revenge, and the good guys win and put aside their racial differences between black and white and all that stuff. All that. So it's a happy ending. This is the first Die Hard movie to be devoid. It does not have Family Matters Reginald Valjean Johnson as Sergeant Powell, and it does not have Holly, even though she's talked about that they're separated, and at the end, apparently she's on the phone, and then maybe they're going to get back together, but she's not actually in the film. Just in the film in that universe, but not actually on film or in voice. And then after 1995, Die Hard with a Vengeance is a success, even though it has an implausible plot. Too much race relations, 1990s hippisms. And yeah, the villain and his motivations or the execution of his plan are totally ridiculous and outrageous and all that stuff. But for a summer blockbuster popcorn flick, cool, it's good to go on that front. Just pure entertainment and an adrenaline rush. It works as an action adventure thriller drama film for sure, even though it's totally ludicrous. So this is the beginning of the Die Hard franchise, going from its gritty novel, trying to be pseudo-realism, to cartoonish and comic book like. So this is the beginning of the Die Hard's fall from trying to grasp real world realism, which made the Die Hard franchise so gritty and successful at first. Merry Christmas to you. That is 5 hard. 5 days of reviewing Die Hard films. Yeah, it was nice to finally be 15 in 1995 to see my first Die Hard movie in the theaters. It was really a treat. So, because before I couldn't see them because they were rated R, and I was like 8 years old and 10 years old. So finally I got to see my Die Hard movie at 15. It was great, getting the popcorn and the candy and getting the soda and going to see Die Hard with a Vengeance in the cool theater in a hot summer. So it was nice for the first time to have that freedom. And there wouldn't be another Die Hard, unfortunately. I don't know if it was delayed by the September 11th, 2001 terror attacks by Osama bin Laden, or they didn't find the right script, or Bruce Willis was not interested. But there would not be another Die Hard movie until Live Free or Die Hard, July 4th, 2007. So people would have to wait. Yeah. They would have to wait 12 years for another Die Hard movie. God forbid. Oh no. The world continued without Die Hard movies, but that was a long 12 years. I'll say that. The world can still spin around without Die Hard movies, but it sure seems like a better world when there are Die Hard movies, Die Hard franchise. But there may not be very good Die Hard movies because Bruce Willis has aphasia, and there probably won't be a Die Hard 6. And Disney, that corrupt, woke-ass, horrible corporation, has bought the rights to 20th Century Studios, which was formerly known as 20th Century Fox, which produced the Die Hard franchise film. So, yeah. If they do have the rights to the Die Hard, they're probably going to make a female protagonist, and it's going to be really crappy and diverse and woke, and there'll be lectures about white people being evil and the evils of capitalism, and it'll be a shit show, right? It'll be like Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars. Put a chick in it and make it gay. Yeah, if they do make a Die Hard 6 and it's run by Disney Studios, at this point, I will not see it. So the Die Hard franchise died in 2013 with a good day to Die Hard, February 14th, 2013. So, anyways, tomorrow on the 5 Hard series, we review 2007's Live Free or Die Hard, Die Hard 4. God bless and Merry Christmas. It's time to go get cooking here. Peace.